driver the number 22 Discount Tire Ford. This is Brad's second career NASCAR Xfinity Series victory here at Texas Motor Speedway, the 34th of his career. You clinched the Owners' Championship for Roger Penske. Talk about your run today, and then also top it off, you start on the pole tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a good little streak going so far, but we got to keep it going. Doesn't really matter when they drop the green flag tomorrow what we've done today. So we got to look forward and keep pushing. But for today, really proud, of course, of the effort. Not just today, but all season long to get my team owner Roger Penske was just number 4 as far as Xfinity Series champions are concerned. So that's a big step. And I was thinking about it when I came to Team Penske in 2010. We didn't have any. Now we have 4 Xfinity championships in 5 years. So that's really a huge accomplishment and a lot to be proud of. And then, of course, the race today, kind of breaking that down, just one of those races where it seemed like it could really fall anyway. The 42 was really fast, of course. The 88 was really fast. I'm sure had the 54 not had trouble, he would have been tough to beat. And then, of course, Austin Dillon. He ran away with it at points and then got the lead at the last sequence. And I knew he was going to be tough to beat. So certainly not a gimme race by any stretch of the imagination. We had to earn it, and we did just that with a strong, consistent day.
We're also joined by the winning crew chief, Greg Erwin. Greg, talk about just how that race unfolded. As I said, the 42 seemed to be dominant, but there was that break there at the end.
Yeah, the way you look at it is a lot of these races are kind of determined, especially these Xfinity races, with the way the cautions fall, and certainly the adjustments and a lot of track position. And everyone was here very concerned with tire wear on the green flag, stops, and the way the race kind of unfolded. And Brad did a good job of kind of keeping the tires on the car, and we just kind of know that he had a little bit in the tank there at the end. And I'm just blessed to be a part of this thing and have guys with his kind of talent sitting behind the wheel, because that's really what makes it roll. And when we told him it was time to go and there was only about 15 or 16 laps to go, you could really see it. The thing lit up, and it was a good day. Good day. Very, very happy.
We're joined by the Vice President of Operations for Team Penske, Mike Nelson. Mike, talk about just clinching that Owners' Championship for Roger Penske. I know he definitely loves winning championships.
Yeah, we're glad to be a part of that. And like Brad said, our 4th and 3rd in a row. We're really excited to be here today doing that. We weren't sure at the end there. It took us a couple minutes to figure it out, but yeah, it's just a tribute to everyone at Team Penske, and really appreciate Brad, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Alex Tagliani for sitting in the seat this year and getting the job done. So we're happy we got a little less pressure going into the next couple races.
We will go ahead and open up for questions. Let's start up in the press box, and then we'll come back down here.
One question for Brad, Wolfgang Monzer, Ranchport Press Agency. Brad, with the practice canceled here in Sprint Cup and winning now in Xfinity Series, congratulations, by the way, for that. Also, both cars are totally different. You think it's a little bit advantage having raced here the Xfinity race and gives you some idea what to do tomorrow in the Sprint Cup race?
Yeah, situations like today, Wolfgang, are certainly ideal situations for justifying running both series. And there's other races for sure where it's the opposite. So you kind of got to take the good with the bad on that. Today was certainly a good day to get the extra experience of running the Xfinity Series and working with the cars. Of course, with the rules changes of this season more closely mimicking the Xfinity Series cars, the repetitions are a lot closer as well. So certainly not a disadvantage, and today probably one of the most extreme of advantages to run both series.
Bob.
Bob Hawkers, ESPN, kind of follow up on that. What will be the challenges tomorrow without having cup practice, and would you have preferred to, even though it's dark, have done a practice tonight?
What are the challenges? Was that the question was? I don't know what the challenges are. I never ran any laps in race trim, so we're just. It's a good thing we got all these really smart engineers and computers to figure it out. But I don't know. They got an idea, and I'm just going to get in the car and go run it and hope it's the best it can be. And you got to have a lot of trust and confidence in your team. And we were so fast in qualifying that you hope a lot of that carries over, but it's never a guarantee. And then, kind of, furthermore, I would have liked to have seen there be a cup practice tonight, but there isn't, so there's nothing really to say further beyond that.
Pete?
Pete Horonis, Race Talk Radio here in Dallas for Brad. Talk about the closing laps of that race and the pressure you were feeling from the 33 and the 88 as the laps were winding down. In fact, y'all were almost 3 wide for the lead late in the race.
Yeah, the closing laps, I thought it was a great battle. I don't know what it looked like on TV or in here, but I thought it was a great battle. I was able to just barely get beside the 33 car in 1 and 2, and we ran side by side for what felt like forever. I'm sure it was only 2 laps, but in the driver's seat, that feels like an hour. And I saw the 88 coming, and he knew he had the opportunity to win the race, and I was just barely able to clear the 33 before the 88 got there, and that was the difference maker. But I thought Austin Dillon did a great job. We just were able to get a little bit more turn on him and get underneath him, and just a good battle. Really good battle.
Let's go in the back of the room. Stan?
Stan Creekmore with RPMTonight.com. This is for you, Greg. How close was the Cup side of the organization overlooking everything that occurred today, and how much time will you have to spend tonight talking about those tires and how they might affect tomorrow's racing?
Yeah, Stan, it's pretty common for all of the Cup crew chiefs, especially tire guys, engineers, to be very, very involved in what we do the day ahead of time. I've been lucky enough to be on the other side of that and had teams to run the day before and be very, very successful. There's limited things that you take from that, but still it is an advantage. And I saw those guys down there today, certainly after our first couple stops, paying attention to certainly what our tires look like, what our pressures look like. Now, the cars being so different, the front ends and the geometry and suspension, it's really, really hard to make that transition from what we do on the Xfinity car to what they do on the Cup car. But we've developed some offsets. Maybe that's a good word to use, and some knowledge that we kind of share back and forth on what seems to work on our discount tire car, and then what might work on the Miller Lite car or the Shell Pennzoil car. So there's certainly a connection. There's a lot of interest. But with the cars being as different as they are right now, it's probably not quite as strong as it used to be.
Center row, Chris.
Chris Knight, CatchFence.com. For Brad, an average finish of second in the last 6 Xfinity races this season. Are you going to get back in the car before season's end?
I think right now the plan is for me to run next week at Phoenix. And that's really all I know at the moment. But, yeah, so I should at least have one more race.
Go over to the left. Awesome.
Brad, noticed before the race, you were out there checking the track and the weep holes. What was going through your mind? Right now it's great, you won.
Yeah.
But what was going through your mind at that time?
Just trying to get some kind of idea of what the track was fighting, and maybe have some kind of opinion to give to Bruton and Eddie and those guys on the SMI team as they face the challenge going forward. Educated opinion, at least.
Any other questions? Gentlemen, thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you, guys.